Can I help you? Yeah, what's up?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just sitting here, just relaxing.
Where are we coming from?
Where are you coming from?
Well,
What's
this
the
is
big deal?
Abernathy. Do you know where you're at?
Yep, yeah, I know where I'm at. Yeah,
Where
sure.
are we heading to?
Where are you headed to? Just driving.
Just driving?
Yeah. What's the problem?
I'm just checking on you. I haven't seen anybody, so just checking on this vehicle. Never seen anybody sitting here before, so making sure nobody's trying to break into buildings or anything like that. Okay?
Break into what?
Well, we do have buildings around here.
Which ones? I'd like to know.
Well, you got that one right there.
That's
the building.
There's something going on in there?
No.
Oh.
I just want to make sure nobody's trying
So,
to
I
break
mean,
into
this
it, okay?
whole block looks like it's kind of down. I mean,
You got driver's license, John Bubba?
Can I see yours? I'd be interested in exchanging.
Oh. I see yours so I can know who I'm talking to?
May I see yours so I know who I'm talking to? You didn't even identify who you are.
Well, do you see I'm the police?
No, I see you're an individual, and that's some painful stuff. Ouch.
You got a driver's license on you, Bubba?
Do you have your driver's license, Bubba?
So do you not have a driver's license or what?
Do you not have a driver's license?
You know, copying me every word you're saying is not going to get you anywhere.
Well, it doesn't seem to be getting you anywhere either.
Well, too bad.
It's just a quiet neighborhood and I'm getting harassed.
You're not getting harassed. I'm just wanting to know who I'm talking to.
I'd like to know who I'm talking to. I understand that you're a police officer, but there's also individuals within that business, the business of police officing.
It's understandable.
I am the owner of this car, so you see that, but I don't understand
Who's the owner of the car?
Why don't you identify who you are? Who's the driver of that police car?
Well, I'm Officer Thornton, but who are you?
Thornton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it'd be like common spelling, Thorton?
Well, I've identified myself and let you know who I am, but
No,
who are
is
you?
that, because I was thinking maybe it could be T-E-N, but it's T-O-N?
Who are you?
Is that the correct spelling?
Well, I'm asking you, because, I mean,
You're asking me your correct spelling?
Well, I'm asking you who you are.
Yeah, but I just want to get the spelling correct. You just told me a name, Thornton, and I mean I can't see what's written for your name. I just want to get that right. It's
Daily Roamer YouTuber.
So it's T.
Do you work for YouTube or?
Who do you work for?
Well, I work for the police department.
Okay.
Which I just told you.
Well, I mean, you said the Abernathy. You're not a part of like the sheriff's units.
No, sir.
Okay. And are
do you have a driver's license?
Yep. Yeah, I do.
May I see it?
May I see yours? I'd be interested in exchanging.
No, but I'm asking for yours.
No, I'm asking for yours.
May I see your driver's license, sir?
May I see your driver's license?
What's the whole deal with repeating?
It's not repeating, it's actually asking for an exchange.
No.
So you're saying that people who want to exchange things are repeating? It's just a simple question. I mean, just want to see some picture ID, and I'd be willing to exchange mine for yours.
No. But let me see yours.
No. That was a repeat. Trying to like mimic what you're saying exactly.
I can tell. So where are we coming from?
Where are you coming from? I'm just driving. I'm just passing through. I mean, what else?
I know, but I'd still like to know who I'm talking to. I don't know. I don't know if you're the owner of this car or not. I don't know if this car is stolen.
This is my car.
Then who are you?
I don't know if that car is stolen that you drove up on, and
but
you
who
did.
Are you?
And you did drive. So, well, I'm the owner of the car. So you said okay.
The owner of the car?
Okay, let me just confirm your last name. You said Thornton.
But who's the owner of this vehicle then?
Okay, I could tell you. I'm willing to tell you my last name. It's Hines. That's.
What's your first name?
Okay, may I have your first name in exchange?
No, sir.
Well, how are we going to exchange information here if you're not going to play the game.
Mr. Hines,
Yep.
Is that who you...
Yes.
Do you have a driver's
Yes,
license?
Mr. Thornton. Yes.
Do you have a driver's license, sir?
Yes, Mr. Thornton, do you have a driver's license?
Now I'm asking, can I see it?
Mr. Thornton, may I see your driver's license in exchange?
Mr. Hines,
Mr. Thornton.
listen to me.
Okay, I'm
now
listening.
I'm asking for your driver's license, okay?
Okay.
You are basically disobeying a lawful order that I'm telling you.
Mr. Thornton, you also in turn are disobeying a lawful order as well.
No, I'm not, sir.
Are you willing to exchange IDs?
No, sir, because that is not a lawful order.
That is equally a lawful order because, Mr. Thornton, let me explain to you, there is a Fourth Amendment.
Mr. Hines, do you have a driver's license?
Mr. Thornton, the same question applies to you.
$13.05, sir. $13.05, sir.
I don't know. You know a 2-year limit.
You're disobeying a lawful order.
You're disobeying a lawful order to
no,
what?
Sir. But I'm asking for your driver's license. I've asked you repeatedly, and you're
I've
failing
asked-
to
Yeah, you're
show me a
failing
driver's
too.
license.
I've asked
I would like to know who I'm talking to.
I told you my last name. You told me your last name, so I'm willing to tell you my last name. Will you will it? If you'd like to tell me your first name, I'd be willing to exchange that kind of information.
What's your date of birth, Mr. Hines?
Oh, may I have your date of birth as well,
I
Mr.
don't
Thornton?
think
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what kind of information you need to know. I mean, if you're willing to exchange information, I'm willing to myself.
13.05, sir.
I don't know what the problem
We
is.
living out of a
It sounds like you're creating a problem.
No,
Are you here to serve the public's best interests?
I am.
Okay. If
I'm
you
just trying to
believe
find
that,
out.
then maybe do you have a charge that you want to follow through with here? To serve the public's best interests against me? You got something of the people against me, Mr. Hines, Mr. Thornton?
You're Mr. Hines. I'm Mr. Thornton.
Yeah, I'm asking, is there something that you'd like to charge the people against Mr. Hines with Mr. Thornton, Mr. Thornton?
Are we living out of our vehicle, Mr. Hines?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff around here. So.
Yeah, there is. Why don't we go take a look at your car? Make comments about that.
Where are we heading to, Mr. Hines?
Where are you going to, Mr. Thornton? What criminal investigation is that going to solve?
Well, I just like
You gonna place me with some kind of crime with the where the criminal came from to where he went to type of thing. You got this investigation going on here.
Mm-hmm.
This is an investigation.
Yes, sir.
Am I being detained?
Well, right now,
Am I being detained?
technically you are, since I'm...
Okay, what crime have I committed?
Hmm?
Huh?
Do what?
What's that? What's the lawful order that you want to see?
Well, I've asked you several times to show me an identification so I know who you are.
I need to know who you are.
I've told you who you are.
You've told me who I am. Okay, I had to tell you first, and then now you're saying some interesting things.
13.05, sir.
So what's the crime? Are you going off of city ordinances? Are you going off
No,
of
sir. State.
state? Okay, what's the state?
State law requires when an officer asks you for an ID or
No?
identification to prove yourself who you are,
Yep.
and you fail to identify yourself,
Okay.
there's a Class B offense.
Yeah, you're also offending as well.
How's that?
That's a 4th Amendment violation.
How's that a Fourth Amendment violation?
Do you are you going to go against the Constitution? How far do you think those arguments are going to get for you?
Mr. Hines.
Yes,
I
Thornton.
told you why I'm here. And why I'm checking.
While you're checking, it sounds like you're fishing.
No, sir.
You said you come up and you just start fishing. I mean, I can understand you be concerned about this maybe being a stolen vehicle, but I mean, if you're not willing to identify who you are, then I mean, how are we going to exchange information?
1305, sir. Okay, sir.
It's a Friday night, it's Halloween, sounds like they're pretty busy.
Get another unit handy. Is there a way we could produce some ID just so?
I'm willing to exchange ID with you. I mean, that's as far as I'll go. I mean, you told me your last name, I'll tell you my last name. If you want to tell me your first name, I'll tell you my first name. Like I said at the beginning, I'm willing to exchange information with you.
Mr. Hines, I'm willing to. Look, if you can give me your name, date of birth, make sure you're okay.
Yeah,
and that.
I'm willing to do that. I'd like to hear your date of birth as well.
No, sir.
All right, I'm willing to exchange information. I mean, besides that, if there's, you know, if you're not gonna extend, for me, I have no reason to myself. And you said I'm being detained, and it's not clear what crime. It sounds like a manufactured crime, because when you're saying it's I'm guessing it's obstruction in some way.
Yes, sir.
That's a manufactured crime. Because what's the underlying crime that had to lead to the obstruction? Who did I murder? I mean, what's that? What's the crime? This isn't a traffic stop, right? I mean, I didn't. No, it's not a moving violation as far as I understand. Have I asked
you for identification?
Have I asked you for identification? I mean, I told you my last name. Can you
properly answer that question for me?
Have you asked? Yeah, sure. You asked me for my identification, and I asked you for it in return for an exchange. Yep. Yeah, I'll if you want to make your legal arguments, establish it for a good court case for the DA. You know, be thorough about it. All right. You don't want them dropping it and making an embarrassment of this situation. You want to make your charge stick. All right, so we got Thornton and what? May I have your name? Oh, Chavez, right there. Sheriffs. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm Deputy Chavez.
What's Chavez? Okay. What county is this? I know the city we're in. Abernathy.
We're in Hale County.
Hale, yep. Okay.
And what is your name, sir?
Well, I gave my last name to Thornton.
Yes, sir.
Chavez.
And what's your full name?
Well, I'm interested in you guys' full names. I mean, I could go down to the police department, find out who. Well, you're not police department though. You're sheriff's department.
Yeah, correct.
Where's the sheriff's department? Is there a sheriff's department in this town?
There is.
For you guys? Okay. So I could go down to the police department or the sheriff's department and get your first names. I mean, if you're willing to tell me your first names here, I'd be willing to share mine.
Sure.
Justin Summers.
Huh?
Justin Summers.
And then last name?
Summers.
Justin Summers, Sommers, or the SU? Okay. All right. And then Thornton, you don't want to give your first name?
Mine's Sean.
Sean. Okay. All right. And then Chavez.
Armando.
Okay. Travis Hines.
Mr. Hines.
Yeah, I have no problem sharing information. And yeah, I am the owner of the car.
Is it registered to you, Mr. Hines?
Yes. And
Hines?
Oh, it's like a ketchup bottle. Heinze. Oh, double lights on my face. That's really. I'm just realizing that's really, really good. So you see how that works, Thornton? We can share from. You had to wait till you got back up here, and not your supervisors. You had to get sheriffs. That's the best, didn't you? I thought it was a second patrol around somewhere. I thought I noticed 2 patrols at some point.
Double up sometimes.
Yeah, I thought you had 2 patrols. Maybe they went home or something.
Mr. Hines, what's the date of birth, sir?
Okay, I'm willing to share my date of birth as well.
Okay.
So if I may hear your date of birth and Thornton's and you got not Wallet. You get middle guy's name. Thornton and Chevette. May I have your date of birth?
And what would you need that for?
What would you need my date of birth for?
For identification purposes. Mr.
Okay,
Hines.
I need to identify who I'm talking to.
Okay, we already did.
Okay.
And we could give our badge numbers.
Now,
But-
I don't. How do I search badge numbers?
There's no reason to search badge numbers.
Then why even bother giving it to me? But I can get an idea of your age, you know, when I want to search for your names on the internet.
When you want
And
to search
again-
for our names.
Yes, to find out, you know, your backgrounds. So getting a date of birth will help. Just as you want to search, as you want my date of birth, I also would like to hear yours. And
Right,
I'm
but
willing to exchange that information.
We're acting on the color of law to identify you.
And I'm a citizen who has identified that you're trying to violate my Fourth Amendment rights. So
What's
I don't
that
even
Fourth
have to
Amendment?
give you my name.
You don't?
So you guys are pushing the Fourth Amendment issue here, and so I'd like to identify who you are.
Okay, well, we just did.
Yep. All right. You gone that far? That's not going the full length.
Okay.
You know, I'm willing to share information with you.
Mr. Hines, okay, here's
The
here's what
deal.
we're getting at, okay? So either you can mosey on your way, wherever you're headed.
I'm not going there. I'm just hanging out.
Okay, well, this is not a hangout spot.
Why not? What's the
Because
illegal?
it's a closed business.
So what?
Okay, it's not open for business.
Is this a business parking lot?
It is.
It is.
The business owns the side of the streets.
The business owns the parking lots that's in front of the business.
You're saying that this is a parking lot? Because it looks like it's just a parking spot on the side of the
Mr.
street.
Hines, we're not going to do this, okay?
All right. Well,
So-
I think you know I'm right.
No,
No, sir.
you're not. Okay? So are you representing yourself or some kind of activist? Is that why you're doing? Is that why you're
Activist?
recording? Yes. You're recording and asking these questions.
No,
with you?
I was just sitting in my car, and the cop pulls up. Thornton pulls up and just starts asking me questions about why I'm parked here. I'm legally parked. I don't know what law is being broken here, but now you guys are demanding all this information from me. I'm willing to share information, but you're telling me that I'm the criminal. And if you think
At one point did we call you a criminal?
if you think that you're serving the
At
public,
what point answer the question that I just asked?
well, you're
Because that's the allegations that you're making. Is that
You
correct?
guys-
Now you're making allegations.
You
that we're calling
guys-
you criminal. And at what point did I, Thurton, or Summers call you
Yeah.
a criminal?
you guys
Exactly.
are saying, you guys, Thornton starting it out, I mean, pushing the issue of me not identifying myself as a crime is where it's going with this, and there's no underlying crime with that. You're okay, but now you're pushing the issue that this is a business parking lot. What's your DA got to say about that? If you wanted to make a charge, I don't think this is. I personally would dispute that this is a business parking spot. There's
Are you
not a
from
business.
here?
This is a coast. This is
Are
a
you
ghost
from
town.
here? Because your license plate shows from Washington.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
So where are you?
What?
What town are you in?
What time am I in?
What town, city are you in?
We just said the city hall's over there.
What town are you in? I'm asking you a question, Mr. Hines.
It's whatever. But
So you don't know, but yet you're going to tell us that this is
I
not
have-
a parking lot for this business.
okay, well,
But you don't even know what town you're in.
are you
Mr.
trying to
Hines.
convince me that this is not a part of the city streets? Are you trying to convince me of that? Because I would dispute that. I mean,
Really?
yeah, I don't think it matters
I
which
see
town.
Yellow line there. And a
Okay.
yellow line here, sir.
Yep.
Representing that is a parking spot. Is it not?
A
Is
parking
it
spot
not?
for the business or the streets.
Well, there's the street right there.
Isn't that okay? Yeah.
And I believe this would be a parking spot
Yeah,
in
it
front
is.
of a business.
Yeah, in front of a business, not the business's parking. Not a parking lot, because there's a difference between being on a side street and a difference in being in a parking lot. I mean, there's different regulations that go along with that.
And what are those regulations, Mr. Hines?
Well, I mean, what cars pass by at speed limits, okay, on the streets. All right, they don't do that in parking lots. A parking lot is not a street. There's not the same type of regulations. You don't have to worry about the double line, the dash line in a parking lot as you do with streets.
So do you have handicap parking in the street?
I'm not in handicap park.
It's a question. It's parallel to the parking that you're in.
There's handicap parking on the sides of streets. I've seen it.
There is?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it. I got it all over. There's a blend. There's a gray area. You know, it's not always completely definite.
So if you're going to call it a gray area, that's what we're addressing right now.
Okay.
The concern that you are parked in front of a business that is not open for business at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why we're checking on you.
That's like suspicion of just being suspicious. But I mean, do you think I have intent? Oh, there's that dog again. Intent, or you think I have committed a crime?
That's why
I'm about to. You think I'm in the process of committing a crime? Whatever phantom crime? What problems have you had here on the street before?
What would you know? You don't even know what town you're in.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys.
You still haven't answered what town you're in. You're trying to say, what's legal and what's not legal here.
But you can get an idea. You don't need to know. I mean, you can get an idea of the layout of the town to know how things work. But I mean, what crimes have happened around on this street? What kind of crimes?
The same crimes that happened in the streets of Washington.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's a gang territory.
You running on it?
Yeah, she got it.
Is it good? Does it look good?
It's actively obstructed.
Yep.
What's obstructed? Well, the manufacturers made it like that. I don't know how you're talking about. Like you can't see it. Yeah, that's the thing. I question that too. It's like the manufacturers designed it to be like that for the safety issues, but it's like, yeah, I thought police would probably say something like that, and it's like that's a concern. It's like why?
It's not too much of a concern because you did it anyway, right, Mr. Hines?
Well, it's because it's a part of the design. They design it like this.
Yeah, it's not.
So I mean, I just.
So if you decide
it's
to
like,
put it that way, then you're the one in violation.
Oh, okay. And that's in the instructions. Following the instructions, how they say this is how you should do it to get the maximum use. We design it like that. I didn't add anything to the structure. The structure came like that. So. That's how it's designed. It's really strange how it's like kind of technology getting ahead of the law or something. So you guys may not be so. You guys don't sound like you're too busy around here. You can give people who are just sitting here a little hard time and have the time.
This is his stuff.
Yeah.
We're just assisting him.
Thornton has to.
Washington, huh?
It's like the exchange of information is just it's really strange around here. You guys have to protect yourselves from any investigation or whatever on yourselves, and that's your way of protecting. But I mean, if I go down to the police station or the sheriff's office, I can find out the first. Well, you guys told me your first names. Yeah. Your date of birth, maybe not so much. All right, but I
do that and be on your merry way in the morning.
Oh, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, and just so you know,
this
is obscured. Okay, you can't have anything in front of the license plate.
I gotta discuss that with the manufacturer and tell them that the police are complaining about this, and what can you do to give a substitute? Maybe a strap that would angle on either side or something, because it's pretty important to keep that there, I think. So if I hit a bump, that's a safety issue. If I hit a bump, flips up, it can cause some issues there, you know. What's more important, that obstruction or that safety issue, you know? But it's something I'd have to bring up with the menu.
When you're the one that told me that you're the one who put this here.
Well, I did, yeah. I didn't add anything.
Letting you know that
okay,
license,
I understand. I understand.
But other than that.